एक मिनट. Okay. So seagull spread. So say minus 10% put you bought, minus 20% put you sold, and say plus 15% or 20% call, you would again sell. So this will mean that option is very cheap. This option will become very, very cheap. That's a seagull spread. Okay. You can also do exotic options. Basically, knock-in के knockout असे तो सस्ता असे, because they will not be active over the entire range of currency values. You can also go for binary or digital options. Obviously, if you are hedging multiple currencies, then hedging each exposure individually is not necessary, and it is unnecessarily time consuming, because many of the exposures will cancel out themselves. They are giving example of AUD and NZD, right? But AUD and NZD economies are quite similar, so currencies will exhibit strong positive correlation. तो एक में प्लस हो एक में माइनस हो तो बहु हेज नहीं करવું પડે. अच्छा, then remember this term cross hedge or proxy hedge. Means you have exposure to some currency which is not available in futures, so you are using another currency which is strongly related to that currency. That is a cross hedge or proxy hedge. Suppose you have exposure to Bangladeshi rupee, but you are hedging it via Indian rupee. That's a cross hedge. Obviously, they will introduce additional risk to hedging. अच्छा, આ સમજવા જેવું છે macro hedge, and actually it is not even hedging. They are saying it is a type of cross hedge that addresses portfolio wide risk factors rather than risk of individual portfolio assets. A bond portfolio might have interest rate risk, credit risk, volatility risk exposure that the manager could hedge with bond futures, credit derivatives, and volatility trading. So this is not just related to currency. One type of currency, macro hedge, uses a derivative contract based on fixed basket of currencies to modify currency exposure at the macro level. The currency basket in the contract may not precisely match currency exposure of the portfolio, but it can be less costly, right? So you can take some risk, but it will be very cost effective. And if you want to do mathematical modeling, then you can go for minimum variance hedge ratio. So what they are saying, regression of the past change in the value of portfolio to the past change in the value of the hedging instrument to minimize the value of tracking error between these two variables. Hedge ratio is simply the beta of the regression, and obviously it is based on historical returns. So if correlation changes, then hedge will not perform so well. See, first and second are okay. MVHR, it changing it jointly optimize our changing value of foreign exchange and foreign currency returns to minimize the volatility of domestic returns. એટલે આ લોકોએ એક્ઝામ્પલ આપ્યો છે. આઈ ડોન્ટ થિંક આ બધું બહુ તમારે વાંચવાની જરૂર નહીં પડે, સીધું એક્ઝામ્પલ જોઈ લો, because this has come before also. Positive correlation હોય, suppose bond instrument જેવું, so you will require hedge ratio greater than 1. Strong negative correlation હોય તો you will require lesser hedging. So this is a good example. US based portfolio is long euro 20 lakhs of exposure. So he calculates weekly percentage change in value of euro, which is the foreign currency, and unhedged percentage change in value of portfolio position measured in terms of domestic currency, means dollar, and then he performs a least square regression, and the beta comes out to be 1.25. So size of your hedge should be 20 lakhs into 1.25, euro 25 lakhs. So manager will not just short 20 lakhs but 25 lakhs of euros. બરાબર છે? And how effective the hedge is, so this is based on historical data, and correlation is 0.75. So you can also say that R square is around 0.56. That will be the hedging effectiveness, around 56%. Achha, then if you have to manage exposure to emerging market currencies, there are some additional issues. Transaction cost will be high, liquidity will be lower, bid-ask spreads will be wider, and spreads tend to increase when there is financial distress. Liquidity lower, transaction cost higher, impact cost higher. And during a crisis, majority of investors will attempt to exit carry trade. So all emerging market currencies will be under pressure at the same time. Then transaction between two emerging market currencies. Say you want to buy yuan and sell INR, then transaction cost will be very high, because you will need to do yuan USD and USD INR. Distribution will be not normal, fat tails will be there. This is also a good point. Usually emerging market currencies will have higher interest rates, so they will be trading at a discount, forward discount. So rho yield will be negative if you want to hedge. Contagion is common. They will tend to fall together. And obviously there is tail risk. For a very extended period of time, currency values will be very stable. But all of a sudden there will be a big Then in currency market, deliverable forwards are also very commonly used, especially for emerging market currencies. Means these are cash settled forward contracts. There is no actual delivery of currency. They are settled in terms of cash, and that also cash in terms of a hard currency like dollar or euro or something. So just go through this. પછી example જોઈએ. જોઈએ example. So trader buys 1 million euros 6 months forward at rate of 39 rubles per euro, and after 6 months at settlement the spot exchange rate is 40 rubles per euro. So you have earned 1 ruble per euro into 10 lakh euro. So you have earned 10 lakh rubles. પણ તમને રૂબલ્સ નહીં મળે એ વખતનો જે ભાવ છે રૂબલ્સ યુરોનો એટલે 10 lakh divided by 40, right? 10 lakh divided by 40, you will get 25,000 euros. It is always settled in terms of the harder currency. Indian rupee નું બી NDF market ઘણું મોટું છે. I think mostly it is in Dubai and Singapore. One of the objectives of Gift City is to bring back that trading back to India. Done? Okay. આ છેલ્લી ક્વિઝ કરી લો ને. First, I think is B, right? શું કહો છો? ફર્સ્ટમાં બી છે ને? હા. સેકન્ડ Swiss based hedge fund. Hmm. So direct currency માં તો 1 lakh 10 lakh સામે 10 lakh ને પેલામાં 12 lakh 50,000, right? This is also B. ओके આને કોડ તમારે ઊંધો કરવો પડશે ઇટ ઇઝ કમિંગ 0.1635 આવે છે હા એટલે યુ આર ગોઈંગ શોર્ટ એટ 1635 1612 છે એટલે 0.0023 ડોલર્સ પ્લસ ના બસ એટલે થઈ જ જશે ઇન્ટુ ડોલરમાં જ આવશે અને ગેઇન છે ને એટલે સી આવશે હો આવી ગયું ને ઓકે ડન next week we will start forwards okay bye